So I guess first off, what stands out to you the most about the 2024 season?
That it's over. You prepare in the off season for a good season. You race, you compete, you have fun with your friends, and then just like that, it's over. So then you got to plan for the next season. So if I could change anything or wish anything, I wish it was just a little longer.
Were there any battles, like in terms of the different classes, that sort of, as race director, stood out to you this year for championship battles?
You know what? There's so many little battles that go on within the different grids. It's actually hard to remember who does what, but I know that there's a lot of smiles and there's a lot of camaraderie, right? So it's a tough one. There's so many, there's battles that happen on a grid one time that we don't know about. Only two guys will know about it. So it's kind of hard to know. Outside, if we're able to watch all the races individually, that'd be good. But again, there's a lot of good small ones, and that's the goal of this. We make all the racing fun for everybody, and if they can actually compete, let's say if they're competing for 17th position in the grid with someone else, then great. If they're happy with that, that's good.
What are your takeaways from the first season of the Miata Canada Cup?
I'm really happy we went through with it. Right, it's like it was one of those things last winter. It was in preparation to it. We wanted to make sure that we did everything right to get a sizable grid, and it ended up being great. Like we had a great turnout. We averaged 22 cars on grid per weekend, and that's we couldn't ask for anything better. Moving into next year, we're going to change a couple small rules, but nothing big. I'd just be inviting to everyone to come back out again, and it's already looking good. There's lots of teams that are already calling in to say that they want to, increase their squad. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 25 to 30 cars on an average next year. So, if I'm just really happy that we went through with it. We put the time in and effort to be able to get them going, and it's paid off.
What should fans expect for the 2025 season? Are there any changes in the works?
We're going to go to a spec tire, which I can't quite talk about just yet, but we're working on it with some companies at the moment. And so that'll be one thing. We're going to drop the MCC2 grid because the turnout wasn't very good with that, unfortunately. But it'll just increase the size of MCC1 and MCCU, which is the Unlimiteds. Outside of that, there's not really much that we're going to change. It's the formula worked this year, and we're just going to move on with that for next year.
What about for CASC road racing in general? Are there any new series or any different events?
Everything's kind of the same with that as well. We had a good season. There's a lot of good things that happened, which is great. Again, we're just trying to refine a couple things, trying to find some answers to getting some, different grids to different tracks. A little bit better attendance would be good. But outside of that, I think we had a good year. We're happy with it. And, outside of just boosting the numbers a little bit in some tracks, I think we're going to stay on this pace and, just work with it with that.
And how can people get involved with CASC road racing?
And that's somewhat, I guess it all depends on what you plan on doing. If you want to, if you're looking for entry-level cars like the Miatas is a fantastic thing to, a fantastic car to get, economical-wise, the budget permits it. Going to our website to get all the information. But probably one of the best things is coming out to one of our events, walking around, seeing who's doing what, walk around the pits. All the teams and all the drivers are pretty, welcoming to new people that want to know what's going on. So that's, that you'll get a lot of information there for free.